This is the second time we're going for live today. It is September 8th, 2026. I'm so glad to be here with you all. Earlier, the live was called I Love God. And I'm doing this for the love of God. Everything is made of love. Everything wants to give love. It's who we really are. Who we are is a totally relaxed being. No stressors. We should do things without stress. We should do things without our mind stressing us out. What God really is God is total relaxation. That's why I did this live. Because to feel his presence, we must be totally relaxed. We have to stop doing stressful things. To ourselves. Yeah, I turned my head for a second. Hopefully YouTube didn't get glitchy. Yeah. Cuz YouTube does it gets glitchy a lot. So, we have to stop stressing ourselves. We have to stop doing stressful things. We have to do meaningful things when we give love. We feel love. When we give happiness, we feel happiness. And the greatest part is, we are happiness. If you allow it, then happiness just naturally flows out of you. And once you feel that happiness, God's love inside of you, then your life becomes happy. It's really about letting the resistance down so you feel the love. You have to be completely free of stress. God made me do it. Stop blaming yourself. Stop being the victim. God made you do it. So now, you can be victim free. Now you can be stress free. Put all the blame. Take it off of your shoulders and put it on His. You're playing the victim. Because when you come to making a new choice, every minute is a new choice. It doesn't matter about your past regrets or what you last did. Because you can choose happiness now. You have a new choice. I don't know if something happened with the live. If I should restart it. Yeah, it's always so hard to say with YouTube. But we're 10 minutes in. I'll go for 30 minutes if no one shows up. Yeah. So you have a choice. A new choice that you can make. So all that stuff that you were sad about, you can actually just forget about it. You're on to new things. If you focus on something with your mind for so long, actually, what will happen if you focus on something with your mind, think about something for so long, eventually you'll get sick of it. You'll actually get sick of thinking. Because that's not who you are. Your thinking always changes. So it can't be you and it can't really be real. In every moment, you have a new choice. And you can stay and follow through with that choice. So what was on your mind can be changed instantly. And if it does change, it's not really you. You'll get sick of thinking the same thing over and over. And you can just try this. Don't wait till it makes you suffer. Think about something, one steady thought for 2 days, or as long as you can. And you'll see how hideous and how annoying thinking really is. Because it's not going anywhere. Thinking is just a question, and it's just answering your question. That's all all the thinking mind does. You're just answering yourself. But if you actually stop thinking and stop caring about what you think and becoming aware of it, then you automatically feel God. Literally. You automatically feel life. Stop playing into your thinking and adding more questions and whatever. Because your thinking, that's all it does. It's not the feeling of life. It's just a never-ending cycle in its own. And this is why I just said, think about one thought as long as you can and keep coming back. And keep coming back to that thought. Even when you forget about it. Keep coming back to that thought for days, weeks. And then eventually, you get sick of it. Just see it. See, you'll get sick of the thought. And what I'm trying to tell you is, you're actually sick of all your thoughts. Because it's not really you. The entity of you what you always want is actually to stop thinking. That's why you are even thinking, basically. Because when you stop thinking, well, first of all, you automatically feel life, and feeling life is better than thinking. It doesn't even compare. I can't even think of a comparison. It's like thinking about sex or thinking about a bike, riding one, to actually riding bike and actually having sex. It's just a thought. That's why the concept of you a human being, you're black, you're white, Spanish, your whole everything about you is just a thought. And so you automatically begin to feel the life of you, which is part of the bigger reality. So when you stop thinking, and I don't know if this live got messed up, I said this. But when you stop thinking, there's no more thoughts. It's what you want to do anyway. There's no more problems. There's no more improvising. There's just nothing going on. But you feel completed because there's nothing going on. Instead of going up in the hula hoops of your mind, well, there's nothing going on. So you just automatically feel life. It's what reality is. This is what reality really is. It's not, it is the feel of life. And this is what God is too. This is what they were referring to. They just can't say it, and that's why I came to say it. It's a non-thinking state. Thanks for everyone joining. Like I said, I think YouTube glitched out this live, so it's refraining from people coming in. When people, it is a state of meditation, but what meditation really is a state of, where people are trying to go when they meditate, is to the non-thinking state. And what happens if you get into the non-thinking state, you actually enjoy it because it's who you are. There's no thinking. There's no resistance. It's you're going to do whatever your character wants to do. And that comes what you want to do through your intuition. So there's no thinking required. And all meditation is trying to get to is to completely stop your mind. Now, I'm not a big fan of the word meditate because it's, in English, it doesn't make sense, but I can explain what it actually tries to mean. You're not really doing nothing. Now, there are certain exercises where you do specific things. And they actually put you into a state of awareness. Because it's not like the people that meditate, what we know about it in the English way, you do that when you go to work. You wanna be in the state all the time. You don't need to go and sit. Yeah. And funny Valentine, are you subscribed to my channel? Just yeah. Because I don't know if YouTube like glitched out and it's only showing my subscribers. Yeah. And the reason why what the state of meditation is what I'm talking about. Okay? But unless you're doing a specific meditation that you were taught by you would have to be taught by basically a master. You would. That's a real meditation because that's a real thing. And you'll know when you go to a master. Now, the thing is we're always trying to meditate. It's not something that we're not doing. We're always actually doing it. Simply, the best way to do it would be to feel how things make you feel. And to watch your thoughts. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't sure if like YouTube glitched out at the beginning. But when there's nothing on your mind, it's the most beautiful thing. Rom JM. Yeah, I went live earlier and it was blasting with people. And I don't know, I wasn't even going to stay on for the full time. I don't know if it's because it's later in the day. No, the thing was that I don't know if YouTube glitched out because it always does that. But when I started the live, it does like a countdown. But I swear I turned my head. And then it like restarted the countdown. I swear to God it did. But yeah. Because earlier there was so many people in here. Or at least they were coming through. And well, that's the thing with realizing God and coming to a no mind state. For most people, it's easier when you're doing nothing or when you're sitting down. Because nothing's going on. Yeah. Our minds can become basically stimulated. Yeah. That's why one of my number one recommendations is to slow down your daily activities. And to see the stillness in you, to stop your mind, if you just do things at a slower pace, you have more of a chance to notice it. If your mind's running all day, well, then you're never going to notice it and become aware of the breaks. If you're running around all day, you're never going to notice it. And really, it's like a damn shame. But I was taught by a sensei when I was like 12. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, the thing is like hard lessons, those are what really make a man. But they're also like usually the hardest to get over. Because any problem, the solution is to get over it. And you are free or feel happy once you get over any problem in your life. Yeah. Karate sense, he taught me how to meditate. Yeah. Some of them do teach that. Yeah. And like I said, not everybody that's sitting there, some of them are actually doing stuff. It doesn't look like it. But that's why I do have the Korea course. And it is basically an ancient way for you to wake up. It 100% works. That's why they have the technique. But they don't really... They used to not teach it to everybody, basically. But I have a course that I've learned from a master himself. And basically, it stills your mind. And it boosts your energy. Yeah. The course that I have is $350. And it's really just you learn the technique, a series of techniques, and you have them for the rest of your life. And it's the best thing to have. There's nothing better because I would teach it, basically. Yeah. And in fact, that is the way. So if you were to ask me, like, what if the Bible had a way for you to feel God, it would be this. Yeah. The reason why a lot of Christians and the Bible, they go against yoga, which I'm not really for it in a sense, but they could demonize it because these people were very still, and it didn't really bother them when they were trying to terrorize them. You know, a lot of Christians, they terrorized a lot of people too. Missionaries. So that's why yoga, they seen, was so good for people. But I'm not talking, it's not about the postures. We're doing more stuff that's just involved breathing and chants. There's like a theoretical science behind it. Yeah. But, I attack it from all angles because that's just how I am. And most importantly, well, I did want to say this. My life, I've just got over my experiences till I ultimately became ultimate happiness. I didn't even know about God. And if you're feeling good, then you're pretty much almost there. But simply when you stop thinking, it's what you're always trying to get to, because your mind always wants to question something. It wants something. Yeah, the mind wants something. What it wants actually is to end itself. Because then you just answer it. You just answer the mind. It's a never-ending cycle. And you know this because all the thoughts you've ever had, they've just always came. And the most annoying thoughts are the ones that repeat. Because that's all it is. Yeah. So, I've never had anyone teach me meditation, but I learned some of the Kriyas, the course that I have. I didn't even know what meditation was. So it was just through my life experiences that happened when I was really young that, well, I conquered emotions, okay? So basically nothing gets to me. No one makes me mad. Yeah. And I really wasn't like an over emotional person. Really, just a couple situations and from people that I loved that either one betrayed me or couldn't go out with my first girlfriend anymore. And yeah. But again, we talked about this in the beginning. The stressors and what we really are, we're complete relaxation. God is complete relaxation. Everything in reality, it gets completely relaxed. And it's just happening. You can see it happening. It's completely relaxation. Only you can really stress yourself out. And you stress it through the mind. I mean, it's really such lovely to be alive. Kids and babies usually understand this. But teenagers and so above, especially if you're never taught this, we begin thinking reality. But it's actually not the feeling of reality. Yeah, thinking is just basically obstruct. It's an infestation. When you feel reality, It's literally you feel it all. And when you don't feel it, you don't you want to feel it. It's why you're searching and why your mind's active. You can the thought of reality is way different than actually you feeling reality. Yeah. People that are quote unquote evil, we don't have to say no names, but uh, what they are is they're just stuck in their mind. So they will basically, they are cursed, doomed. They would never understand this. The people that are here, the people even that come by my live, they know, like they've already been waking up. They're not on the same level as the evil people. So yes, I believe I always knew it since I was young. Once you stop thinking, like I don't know, you do every person has their own attributes. You ever see the charts? And it's usually you generate it, but when you stop thinking, the invention or whatever you want to create, it just comes through you. And so when you stop thinking, uh it's like the biggest moment of peace. Everything still comes to you, but it's just through the feeling. There's no effort. There's no thinking involved. What I wanted to say though, so when you become the awareness behind your thoughts, you can see all the way to when you were a kid. You'll end up realizing, oh, or you'll end up being the same entity you were when you were a kid. If you really tap in, there's no difference from when you were a kid. Yeah, so that's something that you will see, but it's something you're actually just going to feel. The body has changed. The soul was just pure stillness. It's pure awareness. Yeah. Only a few people are really getting here. Yeah. Because thank you for all the love, guys. This is the second time I went live today. We will be here in the AM tomorrow. And I'm just trying to give love. I went over some examples you can impede in your real life. So if you watch the audio, rewatch this recording, listen. You can do the same with earlier. Earlier was a really good one, but I gave examples in both of these. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like once you become it, you realize, oh, this was all a joke. And it's really just pure laughter, love, and there's no resistance. Yeah. in everything that happens in nature, well, it's a positive. You might think you see it different. You might say it's bad. Someone who's scared. You might say it's negative. But those people, they usually say that all the time. Someone who complains, it feeds the more complaining. Someone who complains, they complain all the time. And they do it secretly. Like some people just complain. The thing is, most people make excuses. Why we're not waking up to love and to the unity, because we are eternity. It's only when you think you aren't that you aren't. It's not true. You create the illusion. That's why thoughts are bad. They eventually make you suffer. And people just think, oh, it's happening to them. No, no, no. That's your viewpoint of what's happening. Yeah. And the real reason people don't wake up to their own love, their soul, inner self, they don't fucking try. It's really what you want to do. It's the best thing, because then it guides you on where you need to be in your life, whether you're going to Giza or the Pyramid of Giza. Because you feel what you want to do. It's not whatever society pressures, because that's just a thought. You feel it. You want to go live in the outback in Alaska. Most stuff is egotistical. What a lot of people do. They're not really following their love, even if it seems like they are. That's regardless. People just don't put in time to learn themselves, to actually try this. But they go to work, they play video games, they're constantly around people. They do everything else, basically, and this is the sad part, or the funny part, than to actually find out who's inside of their body. Because everything stems from inside this being. And if you do nothing and study it, then you find out the biggest secret or answer. Yeah. God made me do this. And God is really doing all of this. It's all out of love. Like, being so alive is, you should be more happier than a baby and a kid, because now you have experience. You know what you should be doing, not chasing pussy and drinking every night because you're depressed. You already know, you just aren't listening. Everyone should be jumping up down with joy, more than babies and kids, in fact. You've already lived life. You know what makes you happy. You know what you need to do. That's why everybody's lying to you. There's so much lies, and everyone's so, you could say, not living their life, that we get caught up into it. We don't even know what true happiness is. There's happy people out there, but you don't really see it. I don't really see it. Everyone's trying to be an instructor, and they're very serious. Oh, this is t-ball and softball, but oh my god, they take it like so aggressively. We need to give time to each other. If you ever watch adults, it doesn't matter if they're working or not. And it doesn't matter if you're working or not. It doesn't mean you have to be dead serious. That actually takes the life out of you. And it just means you're thinking. Thank you, JM. Thank everyone for joining. I don't know where everyone's at, but I guess it really doesn't matter. You know, I'm happy the recordings get to be watched after. Yeah, the most amazing thing is to feel alive. There's no complaining about it. You know, people that are pessimistic, they're always complaining. And it brings more complaining. Negativity just brings more negativity. And watch somebody that actually does this. Really, why are we not bouncing with joy? There's not a reason. If you ask somebody, like we talked about the other day, they're going to give you excuses. They're going to give you them so quick, it's not even going to be, it's not going to sound like an excuse. The only reason you wouldn't be happy is because you were resisting being happy. You're not letting yourself be, and you're stressing yourself out. But why would you do that? And do you see how much of a joke it really is? I've never really stressed myself out. Yeah. And if I did, it was just like, really, it was like over music. Because I'm so disciplined to do something, even if I can't do it, and I didn't have no one to teach me, or I didn't think of somebody to come teach me or go. So, in a way, I would just cause myself like headaches. It wasn't really stress, but it was just going too hard at something I didn't need to do, I guess. But I knew I did that myself. I was even aware of that, you know. And I didn't necessarily suffer. Yeah. We're simply, we have always been this awareness. It's the one having your thoughts. It's behind your thoughts. Yeah. Because there's nothing else to this. Yeah. People become obsessed with their thoughts. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. How they value the thought. But the thought has no value. It's just how you feel about it. Yeah. Well, if anybody has any other questions, I did this for God. We just have to let our love flow, and you'll feel what you should be doing and what you're about to do. It's basically like a telling or a foreshadow of what you're going to be doing, like a hologram. Yeah. And you don't have to do nothing specific for you to tap into the stillness, because it's what you are. You're the feeling of life, which is God. You're not your thought about life. Yeah. I will be here tomorrow morning. I love all you guys. Just like people are trying to rush to get somewhere. They're always they get so angry when they drive. Being somewhere an extra second or a couple minutes faster, I'm telling you, it's better if you take your time. There's nothing to rush for. There's nothing to be angry about. Because when you die, it's for you to when you die, you let all your anger go. So die right now. We just die to the thoughts. Nothing's better than dying to your own thought. What death really is, since we're on it, well, it actually comes as a feeling. So again, you know when you're going to die. It happens months in advance. You know you're going to die months in advance. If you aren't feeling yourself, your soul, you could die the next minute because you're not paying attention to what's going on. You don't just die randomly. Like, unless you do it to yourself on purpose. But people like Final Destination and people dying, it doesn't just creep up on you. It only seems like it does. It only seems like it does. Hold on, this. Because the person wasn't aware. So, like, let's just say someone got really drunk at a party. Their intuition telling them, like, hey, don't drive home. They will feel it before it actually happens. But they aren't feeling it. And then they go and they get in a car crash and get real effed up. It's a good thing. Because now you're paying attention. Or you die, and it's a positive thing too. You can't tell that to people though, because they're saying, no, you're being too positive. You're only negative about something for as long as you stay negative about it. No one's going to help you out of a rut until you fully commit. You are the rut. This was a great live, by the way. You are the problem. Or at least your thought is about it. Yeah. So when death comes, you're going to feel it. If someone's not feeling it, then something's going to have to wake them up. See, everything is happening because of God. It has to go right. How can something actually go wrong? We may say it in words, but everything's happening for a reason. And for a good one, too. If you look at it in a negative way, which anybody can, well, you'll see you'll be stuck in a negative way, and more negative things will happen to you. Because it's just a perspective. And being stuck in the negative, that's really what the devil is. He wants to be positive. Who doesn't want to be? Someone who's so stuck negatively and refuses help, won't listen, so they stay stuck in negativity. That's why it becomes its own God, which is negativity. It becomes its own state of being. It's a very powerful source. We're here to spread God's love. It's an abundance, but it's an endless self-expression of who you are. You don't run out of love. And even our happiness, we are born to be happiness. So spread your happiness. It will actually give you happiness. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all the donations, all the love you guys give to the world. Just have no limits. Feel what you really want to do. And that will take you through life. It will answer all your questions until you know life in its entirety. Simply because you feel it. You are it. Tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., we're going to be going live initially. Soon we're going to be going around the world. It seems like it. It's my destiny. I love all you guys. Thank you all for being here. All of my books I vouch, they will have a free digital download. And eventually, in due time, I will release a physical book that is optional for you to buy or make donations. Just keep spreading your love. It really takes encouragement or a man to actually say that. Be love, and you'll be with God. He'll talk to you. He's already talking. Hey. How's it going? How's it going? I'll see you guys later. God bless you all.